Hello, welcome back. The African Diaspora International Film Festival works to bring people of all backgrounds together to showcase their cinematic work. And on November 24th, they'll make their way to New York City. Joining us with a preview, we have the festival's co-founder, Diarah N'Daw-Spech, School Program Coordinator Paola Beltran, and Director of Photography for Caribbean Girl NYC, Joe Foley. Joe, did I say that right?
Yes, you said that.
Excellent. How's everybody doing today?
Great.
We are so excited to have you all here. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm definitely excited about this festival because I love independent films. So tell me more about this festival and what we can expect from it.
This festival was established in 1993 with the goal of really showcasing films that present the life experience of people of color all over the world. And so we are celebrating 25 years. We're going to be in 3 venues in Manhattan, and we are going to bring 61 films from 31 countries. And we have filmmakers coming from Barbados, from Cuba, from Chile, from the UK, from Ghana, you name it. We have a really...
That's where my family's
from. Okay. From Senegal as well. And it's a really exciting time to discover. On one hand, we give a platform to filmmakers. We also have lots of local filmmakers, so that they can expose their work on the big screen. And also it's a way for people to connect, because we have a lot of commonalities across different cultures of people of African descent, and sometimes we don't know each other very well, and films is a wonderful way to communicate.
Definitely, and a wonderful way just to introduce people to the culture of what's going on in different parts of the world. Paola, you're as the school program coordinator. Tell me what you're going to be doing with the festival.
Yes, so I coordinate with the schools to create this wonderful event, which is free also for the community. And this event is one of the very few film events that is offered for children. So what we do, we have along with the festival, so they're able to attend. And we have 7 films from different countries. We have France, Kenya, Colombia, for example. And we also have Filling in the Gap, which is a very important film because it has like a very historical context to it. It helps the students who are like from African descent to identify themselves with it and learn about this history that it's not always shown in the classrooms. It's a very historical, that it shows how the African defense contributes to this country, that it's almost hidden in history, so they're able to learn about it, which we have a lot of people coming from different boroughs. We have Brooklyn, the Bronx, Manhattan as well, and they're coming, and we still have a space available as well. So we have about 3,000 seats now for the festival, so they're able to attend.
That's wonderful. And I could just imagine the imagery that we're going to be seeing here. Joe, just talk about some of that, what we're going to be seeing, maybe some of your favorite films that you've come across so far.
Okay, well, in the festival, there's quite a few films in the festival from all around the world and all around. Our film is set in New York City, but with 4 Caribbean women. One from Guadeloupe, one from Trinidad, Jamaica, and Barbados. And so we have a lot of color and a lot of great music in the films. Yeah.
And just exploring, talk about more about the Caribbean Girl NYC. What's the theme of the movie?
Sure, yeah. So basically it's about Isabel, who's a young woman who's coming from Guadeloupe to New York City with a dream of becoming an actress and a singer on Broadway. And when she arrives, she ends up meeting a good friend of hers. And the first night she's taken out to a nightclub and ends up singing this zouk music, which is Guadeloupean, very Guadeloupean music, and she's singing it, and so she thinks her dreams are, a week away. The next morning when she goes to go for the job that she was sent here to do, she finds out she doesn't have a job, and also that her visa is a tourist visa, and that she can't work, and so problems pile up, but she's resolved that she's going to stay here and and try and figure out a way to realize her dreams.
So we're addressing real issues, especially with that movie. I mean, there are many immigrants who come here who are fighting just to get their papers, especially now, who are fighting to get their papers, but they want to stay here because this is where you know, they're coming to achieve their dreams. So you're addressing real issues in the movie.
Right. There's a beautiful scene between Isabel and Anton, who's a security guard, someone she just meets, and he's basically come from Haiti, and he struggled with these same problems. Yes. So it's a beautiful scene between the two of them, and he's trying to help her to you know, figure out how she's going to be able to stay here and how she's going to be able to achieve her dreams. You know.
Diarah, why is it so important for you to expose cultural life in your movies? I mean, within this program, within the film festival?
Well, I think it, like Paola mentioned earlier, it gives access to information that people don't know much about at all. And one of the strong points, I think, in the festival is we have a lot of historical films that portray people that are very important in the contribution to the life of people of African descent. I'm thinking of Winnie Mandela, for example. We have a documentary about her that's very revealing in her struggle still today for people in South Africa. We also have a film about Miriam Makeba, who was also important, that the younger generation doesn't know much about. We have a film about Malcolm X, which is a world premiere with a lot of people who are interviewed who knew him as a person and participated in his work. Sammy Davis Jr. also is featured in the film. And all of these films, I think, bring some historical context. We are in a time where there's a lot of turmoil, and the issue of social justice is very present in our festival, the issue of activism, the issue of self-determination. All of those questions that people ask themselves today are addressed through the films. And so with the films and the filmmakers, there are a lot of dialogue. We presented as a sneak preview a film about Bill Duke that deals with religion. That was very, very interesting. We had people from from the US, from the Caribbean, and who were of different religious background, and there was a strong dialogue because people want to go deeper. You know, they want to be less superficial about things because there's a lot of struggle right now, I think, in society, and so the festival is a great place to be exposed to important and intelligent conversations.
And I could just imagine you're helping these directors and videographers so much with exposing their work.
Absolutely,
right, with this film festival.
Yes. That's the other factor, which is giving a platform for these filmmakers to show their films. A lot of films, including by independent African-American filmmakers who are coming from Texas, from Dallas, who don't make it into New York at all. You know, they get a chance to expose their work and connect and make connections in the industry. So that's also very valuable.
When is the film festival happening?
November 24th to December 10th.
And how can, if I wanted to come see it, if my friends wanted to come see it, how can we take part?
Eventbrite has information on it, and also our website, nyadiff.org, where people can see the entire lineup, they can download the schedule, and they can look at trailers and learn more about all of the films.
Now, if there's a director who's watching right now who would like to submit a film for the following year, how can they do so?
On the website, also on the homepage, there's a Submit Your Film page where they can download the entry form. It's free. We are happy to look at everything that people want to submit. And we have a lot of local filmmakers as well who are featured in the festival.
Excellent. Looking forward to it. Thank you all so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. We have to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Open.